Okay. So if I kind of go through the previous part, what we did in the last class was that we started up with the functions of SQL. Okay. We all understand the basic meaning of any function, which is provided by the language, and it's a ready-made code for me. So like in Python, what kind of functions have I used? I've used print function, I've used mod function, I've used mm, can't think of all these lists में जो हमने use करा ना, dot keys, then len function, then sort function. So many functions we use, right? So similarly, now we talk about functions in the SQL environment, that what all ready-made functions the language provides me to make my work easy. That is the basic idea of any set of functions which every language supports. Everybody gives you these options. Okay. Now in SQL, the first categorization of the functions are based on single row and multiple row. Fine. Multiple row functions we have actually done in class 11th. And they are these aggregate functions: sum, average, max, min, and count. Okay. Now, why do we call it an aggregate function? I call it an aggregate function because I get one output corresponding to multiple rows. Now, what do I mean when I say that? I mean, if I quickly take you to a table, you open my database and I think this was the one which I would always talk about. Yeah. So if I'm saying that I try to apply this sum function to the quantity field, okay, from this table. This is how we used to use the aggregate functions. Jisha, I'm actually talking about the functions which we did, we have started in the last class. So I'm just briefing it up a little initially. So we are, right. So we have two types of SQL functions, single row and multiple row. When I say multiple row, I mean I get one output corresponding to multiple rows. And we have done these aggregate functions in the SQL. Didn't we do? We have done, no? Sum, average, max, min, count. These 5 functions only. So when I say multiple row function, because this is one of the favorite questions of CBSE also. Aggregate functions define karo ya single row, multiple row functions mein kya difference hai? Or they'll give you the function names and they'll say identify the multiple row functions out of it or single row function out of it. Is baar ke paper mein bhi tha. So something out of this will definitely be there. So you must understand the difference. Okay. So when I'm using something like sum, average, max, min, count, corresponding to multiple rows, I get one output. What did it do? It have actually taken up all the quantities into consideration. So multiple rows mein jo values hai, usme se he made one answer for me. I said sum, so it was sum. If I would have said average, he would have done average. If I would have said count, he would have ignored the null value and counted the rest of the entries. Okay, so that is why these functions, these 5 functions which you have studied last year, they are called as multiple row functions because you get one output corresponding to multiple rows. Please remember that. This year we are going to study all the single row functions. Okay, single row functions means you get one output corresponding to single row. Every row ke liye correspondingly you will get one output. That is the basic idea of single row functions. Okay. Now single row functions may you have these 3 categories which we are going to study as per the data. What kind of data I'm going to use in my function. So one is the string based functions, numeric functions, and date and time functions. Obviously, I understand that the string based functions will be character string based functions will be applicable to my string data in SQL. By this, like I can apply it to iname because that's my character based data. If it is a numeric data, so it can be applied on cost, quantity, warning, because I can see these are numeric values. And if it is a date and time based function, I can apply it to this DOPUR field. Okay. So these categories are based on what kind of data am I talking about. Based on that, these functions have been categorized. What are these categories of functions available to me? These are the functions available under every category. Under character functions, we have these. Under numeric, we have these. And under date and time, we have these. Okay? This list might look very, very long, but believe me, they are very, very simple. Okay. Now, last class, we have done this part and we have done, I think, some portion of this. अब मुझे इतना याद नहीं है what all functions we did for the character ones, but I'll do them together जल्दी जल्दी अभी. Numeric वाला whole set I am leaving because it takes little more time. Go through that class recording and then maybe we discuss if you are stuck somewhere, because this round function is compulsorily there in the paper, board paper. Forget about your internal exams. Round function is definitely there in the paper. ठीक है, थोड़ा लंबा है इसका explanation, so preferably go through the previous recording. Okay. यहाँ पे let's talk about freshly. Let me start with the data type functions. पहले इसको finish कर लेते हैं. They are simple, they are not difficult. Then I'll move on to the string functions as a whole. तो उसमें मैंने कुछ करा दिया था, कुछ रहता था जो मुझे अभी याद नहीं आ रहा. Let me do the data type functions first. Okay. Now, can you understand by these names only that what these functions will do? You can actually. If I say month function, क्या करेगा वो? किसी डेट में से month number extract करता है. ईयर फंक्शन किसी भी डेट वैल्यू में से ईयर वैल्यू को एक्सट्रैक्ट करेगा. ओके. डे नेम किसी भी डेट वैल्यू में से नेम ऑफ द डे, मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे थर्सडे, दैट नेम ही विल एक्सट्रैक्ट. Okay, like that. So very, very simple and direct functions are these functions are actually. Okay. So let's move on to do these functions quickly so that one part is done for us. Okay. Now first is, with what can I get a date, current date of the system? That is my cur date function, returns the current date. Simple. Whatever will be the system date, that will be returned to you. If the system date is wrong, you will get a wrong answer. Okay. How do I use it? I simply use it like this, because I'm not using it in any table. It's a direct function I'm using. Hence, I do not write from table name because it's not applicable to any table. Okay. Select cur date. Please remember one thing, जो मैं भी अपने बचपन में I used to do this mistake. I used to get confused whether it's CUR or CURR. Cur date we say, no? So it's not CURR, it's CUR, number one. And never forget to give these brackets if it is a function. If it is taking some input, the function is taking some input, then definitely I have to give the brackets. I have no other option. But if it's not taking any input, then also these brackets are to be given. If I don't give, it becomes an error. Okay. So cur date gives me the current date, as simple as that. Select cur date and it will give me the current date. Okay. Similarly, you have another function called as now. It gives you the current date and time. Same is your sys date also, with a little difference of when the execution started and when the execution ended. Otherwise, in general, to understand, they both give me the date as well as time. Current date and current. Okay. Then let's come down to the other ones. Number one, if I say, is the year function. Now, year function, अब जैसे sys date, cur date and now, they will be having the brackets empty because इसको कोई input नहीं चाहिए. The function does not require any input. So brackets will be empty. Now, when I say select the year, he'll say year of what? Okay, I want the year from this date, 2010-9-8, something. So date, year function, month name, all these functions will always have some date as an input. From there, he will extract the year. Now you will say, ma'am, जब आप date दे ही रहे हो तो क्या फायदा? है ना? आपको दिख ही रहा है क्या year है? That is not the point. The point is that when I try to use these functions with my tables, in my conditions, in my ways to extract data, like I want to say, get me the details of those products which has been purchased in 1999 and 2000. ठीक है? So what do I say? I say select the I name if this is my data. What is the field name? Yeah, I name. Okay. So I say select the I name and it is DOPUR. Date of purchase is DOPUR. PUR. Let me keep it handy here. DESC. Item. Okay, now let me try. It's DOPUR. Okay. So I'm saying select. I want I name from item. Okay. I have to say that where the date of purchase is either 1999 or 2000. Correct. So इसके लिए year function से you extract the year from the date of purchase and check. So it is easier for me to do it, right? So I'll say from item where year of DOPUR is in, because there are two values I'm using in, single होता तो equal to use कर देते हैं. 2019, I don't know ना ये data कौन सा है इसमें. 2020. Empty set because data नहीं होगा. Let me check what all we have. I have 1999, 2003, 98, 92, 94. Okay, let me take 1994 and 2001. So that I'll get some out. 1994 and 2001. 94 and 2001. See, it becomes so simple to use this function. And based on that, check the condition, extract the data. Based on it, it is going to check the condition in the records and give you the output. Is it okay? Do we understand where are we going to use these functions ultimately? Show me a thumbs up. Is it okay? I'm waiting for the thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll not do it. Good. Sukmani, is it okay, beta? Great. Your thumbs, dance यहाँ पे. Looks nice. Zoom. Okay. So that is the basic purpose. Okay. Like I want to say, get me those like student table is there. So I'm saying get me the name of the students who have joined in the month of March. So I'll use the month function to check from the date of join that whether the month is 3 or not. Like that. So this is how we use it. So let us do the functions first. Then we'll do exercises based on which we'll practice the usage. Because again, this is definitely there in the question paper. Okay. So next is my date function. So I can use these functions in between each other also. How? Like I'm saying select from the now output, extract the date only. अब कहीं पे मुझे ऐसा कुछ चाहिए, सिर्फ date चाहिए. Though I have the current date function, but supposingly in my system or in my table, I have date and time stored in some field or वहाँ से I just want to extract my date. So then I can use this date function. So it extracts from a given expression, date and time expression, only the date value. Okay, that's the purpose of date function. Okay, next one. Let's move on to the next one. That is month. Month, year, we've done date. Okay. So, where is this thing? Fine. Now let me do for month. MONTH. Month of, let me use current date only. So now, current date ka month will be 4. April month. Right? So I want to say that show me the month number for some particular item. So like if I have select star from item and I'm saying I want to see the month in which chess and football and hockey was purchased. Okay. So see, I'm going to use the function in select statement also. I can use the function in the condition also. Now you have to understand the query and judge whether I'm supposed to extract the data based on the function or I'm going to use that function in the condition. Okay, पुराना example I showed you where I'm using the condition में function. And here I'm saying that I want to see the month numbers. So I'll say select iname, comma, month of their date of purchase from the table name where iname is, that is iname in. Let us take maybe bat, small ones, wicket. Okay, so यहाँ पे function को I've used in the extraction rather than in the condition. So both places you can actually use it. Okay, all these three. So for bat, it is, you can see here, it is 5th month. For wicket, it is 6th month. And for hockey, it is 3rd month. Right? Now, I don't want the month. I want the proper name of the month when it was purchased. Okay? So name of the month के लिए कुछ नहीं करना है. The thing is month name. I think month name I have not written in the PPT. Please note it down. I'll also try to add it. Month name. Month name gives you the name of the month. In the board exam also, na, bachas have done this mistake. The question was that we had to extract January, May, certain details had to be extracted. They have written the condition where month of bracket made whatever the field name was, date of purchase or something is equal to January. Month function, if you are using, your condition will be month date of purchase equal to 1. If you're checking for January, because month extracts number of the month. And month name function extracts name of the month. Okay. Similarly, if I want to know about the day of the week. So if I want to know about the day of the week, like suppose I want to say, get me those items which were purchased on Monday. Okay. Now, obviously from these dates, I cannot make out which one was Monday or whether you have any Monday or not. But you have a function which will do that for you. Okay. So I'll say select iname. Now I myself don't know whether I'll get some output or not. Let's see. From item where day name of DOPUR is equal to Monday. Oh, we have. So bat and wicket का date जो भी है, bat is 17th May 1999 must be a Monday, and wicket 7th June 1993 must be a Monday. तो देखो कहीं पे डेटा में मंडे मेंशन नहीं है, बट विद योर फंक्शंस हेल्प यू कैन एक्सट्रैक्ट द डेटा अकॉर्डिंगली. दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ दीज फंक्शंस. ब्यूटी एंड ड्यूटी बोथ. ओके, ठीक है. इज द वे ऑफ राइटिंग ओके? अंडरस्टूड? If my condition is based on my extracted data through the function, then I'm using it like this. If I'm extracting by using the function, then I'm using it here. Okay, judgment has to be based on the query, that whether it has to be used in the condition or whether it has to be just, it is asking for the extraction. Fine. Now, if it is day name Monday, then you have another one by which you can go and check as per 1, 2, 3, 4. That is day of week. ठीक है, अब डे नेम बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है, मुझे नहीं चेक करना. So I have this option of day of week. Okay. Now day of week is actually, if I say Monday, if I want to go for Monday, then it should be 1 as per your understanding. Okay. But in this case, they consider Sunday as 1 and Monday as 2. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday goes like that. Sunday is 1. Again, please note it down. Sunday is considered to be as 1. You can see same answer, right? If I would have given 1, nothing on 1 day of week, that is Sunday को कोई purchase नहीं है. If I want to see for the 3rd day, that is your Wednesday, Tuesday, so you have something on Tuesday also. Okay, so 1 is Sunday, and accordingly the other numbers will be, so 2 will be Monday, 3 will be Tuesday, 4 will be Wednesday, like that. Okay, So day name say you can extract as per Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the name of the day of the week. By day of the week say you will only extract the day of the week as numbers, not as names. Okay. What else? Then I have 2, 3 more. One is day of month. One is day of year. Two of them. A day of month is actually day of the month. Day of the month means 1 to 31. Those are my days of the month, no? Yeah. In the date thing, you have year, day, and month. So, day wali value jo hai, usko we can extract it. Day of month se. Fine. So, if I want to say, get me the day of month from this day of your date of purchase. So, let me have the output first. Select start from item so that we can compare what it is giving us. This is it. So what I want is, I want this 3, 5, the month, this is the month number. I want this, the date, as you call it. Date to actually, this whole thing is there, but this is the day of the month for me. I can't think of any other name to call it. So that is how the function name is also. So select day of month. Function names will never have space in them. Of what? From DOPUR, from item, where suppose I'm saying where quantity greater than 50. Just adding a condition. Okay, so it is giving you the days. 27th को हुआ था, 15 तारीख को हुआ था, 9th को हुआ था, 7th को हुआ था. That is day of the month. Okay, and then you have another one which is day of the year. Now day of the year को समझने के लिए, this is very random. I'll give you a date by which you can understand what it actually means. Day of year is the number will be as per 1 to 366. Day of the year. Okay, year में as per the year days, what is that particular day? Like supposingly I'm saying 15th February. Okay, so 2023 suppose. February is 2 and then 15th. So 15th February is my date. What is the day of the year? What the answer should be? बताओ मुझे chat box में. Everybody should be able to tell me this. Day of the year क्या होना चाहिए for this date? I'm waiting for your answer. How many days have passed in the year till 15th February 2001? Oh, good. Let me think that you all are alive. Come on. Waiting for your answer. How many days have passed? 15th February tha? 31 days of January plus 15. How much is that? 31 plus 15 is 46 days. Right? So that is what you get as well. Okay. So day of the year gives you how many days have passed since 1st January till the date you are given. Okay. Let me have a look at all of them. What I feel is this day name is not there. Rest all the functions are there. But day name is important. So please note it down. You may just open the PPT which is there in the classroom and add it yourself. From item नहीं लिखेंगे इसमें. अच्छा, item क्यों नहीं लिखेंगे? Because I'm giving the date directly. Na? I'm not using this function on any field of the table. Like supposingly I want to use that. अजी वो बहुत random days आते ना तो तुमको मैं समझा नहीं पाती उस चीज को. Let us do it now. You've understood. Let me do it on the DOPR. कि हर एक date का how many days have passed by. So if you are using any field name from a table, then of course it has to be a table name. Otherwise, you'll say, I don't understand what you're talking about. Now, usko kya pata DOPUR kya hai? So for all the, okay, let me show it to you with the item name and date of purchase, then you can figure out. So I'm asking him to show item name भी दिखाओ, DOPUR भी दिखाओ, and the number of days which have passed. This will give you an idea. So if it's 27th March tak, how many days have passed? So 31 days of January, then February, if it is a leap year, then 28 days, otherwise 27 days, sorry, 29 and 28, plus 27 days of March. Accordingly, your 86 is coming. 15 July है तो हर मंथ का जोड़ जोड़ के वैसे आ रहा है, ठीक है? Okay, good. So these are my date and time functions. Very, very simple. No difficulty in this, है ना? I don't think I've missed any. Day of month, day name, and all these. Yeah, done. So these are all my date time functions. Only one is missing. Please, please, please add that day name. बहुत जरूरी है वो. नहीं, day name is there. What is missing? Month name. Sorry, month name is on there. Month returns the data in number. Okay, I want to check as per January, February, March. So month name. Actually, if the question says कि January वाला records निकालो, so you can always use month of that date equal to 1. So it's not that essentially you have to use it, but you should know that function कि output question में आएगा तो we must know it. Okay, so these are the ones in the date and time functions. Now let's move on to the string functions. They are also very simple, believe me. फटाफट we can do that. ठीक है? Now to do that, then I try to keep it like this. It doesn't let me. Right. Okay. Now let's move on to the string functions quickly. Zoom gives me 10 more minutes. So let's see how much I can cover up. Okay. So string functions may supposingly the first and the most easiest one is the length function. Let me try out that. Length function, as you've done it in Python, gives you the length of the data, right? So len-gtl. The only difference you have to remember is Python uses len and this fellow uses length as a whole. Okay. So length of all my names from my table. Length of all my names. We can check for the last one. CORK, the last record data is 4. Okay. So length is there. Then I have, अच्छा इसमें एक चीज और you have to keep. I cannot make you understand in this table name. LENGTH. Any name you give, suppose it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've given 4 space. Then I'm writing SUSH. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Plus, do I remember? And then I say 4, 5, and any special symbol, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. ऐसा कुछ string. It will count all the spaces also. 19. कैसे? This is 4. Now you will say, ma'am, how do we understand in the exam paper? Well, they'll mention it. Either they'll say underscore or they'll say B hash, B, slash to mention that it is a blank. Obviously, they'll give you something by which you understand it. Then you have, so 4, then 4 is 8. Then again 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Hence you get 19. Yeah, Sukmani, this is, yes, correct. If you're using the field name, you're going to write it like this. And if you are not using a field name, you will not write from table name. है ना? जो भी डेटा है आपका वो डेटा उसके अंदर आ जाएगा फंक्शन के अंदर. या लेंथ में अभी मैं करंटली दिस वाज विद द टेबल के डेटा में से आई वांट टू एक्सट्रैक्ट द लेंथ. दिस इज विदाउट द टेबल. ओके, because exam paper में they can ask you both ways. They can give you, those 2 markers, 4 output questions like these. Fine. And in the queries, which are 3 markers also, 4 markers also based on tables, there also the use of functions are required depending upon the query. We'll do those set of questions when you do, so you will understand. ठीक है? तो आउटपुट डायरेक्ट ऐसा भी होता है, दे सकते हैं वो पेपर में, देते हैं, सॉरी. and you have to write queries like this based on the question given, based on the table. Okay, so both the thing has to be understood and applied for. Okay, so this is the length function. Now we move on to the other functions. The easier ones are, again, I want to convert the data to lower and upper. Okay, so you have lower function or L case. I can use lower, you will remember easily. L case can also be used. If I give him some mixed data, तो सब कुछ लोअर में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. Everything in lower. Similarly, everything in upper. And of course, SQL functions are not case sensitive. So तुम U case को capital में लिखो, small में लिखो, mixed case में लिखो, doesn't matter. Okay. Instead of L case, I can also use lower. Instead of U case, I can also use upper. They are the same. Meaning same. Okay. If I want to use it in the table, I would use it like this because I have one field name which is string base, that is name. So upper may convert kar do all my names from the table and also show me the quantity. Asani, you should not have this thing in mind. When I'm applying a function, I cannot use another field. I definitely can. Okay. So that is lower and upper. Now we have these L trim, R trim, trim. Another very set of simple ones. Now when I say L trim, I have left spaces removed. Now I'm not showing it on the machine because it's on the table I can't show because there are no spaces as such in the left. Direct example I'll show you. So L trim means leading spaces. Matlab beginning of the string mein jo spaces hai, it will remove that. R trim means right side mein jo space hai, not in between the data. In between the data ka jo space hai, that is never ever removed with any function. Direct function you cannot remove it. Multiple ways you can remove कि पहला एक पोर्शन एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लिया, उसके बाद स्पेस को ढूंढा, उस पोजीशन से पहले का डेटा एक्सट्रैक्ट किया, फिर स्पेस के अगले पोर्शन से डेटा को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया और उसको ज्वाइन करा, वो सब कर सकते हैं, बट वी डोंट हैव अ डायरेक्ट फंक्शन फॉर दैट कि बीच के सारे स्पेसेस हटा दो. दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ओके, सो लीडिंग स्पेस विद L trim, trailing space with R trim. Okay, I'm using these words specifically. Leading से left याद रखना LL, so left side of the string, and the trailing one is the trail, end. Tail से end याद रखना. So trail is end वाला string का space. Okay, and trim is to remove both this also as well as this also. ठीक है. अब इसका output question वो कैसा exam में दे सकते हैं? They can give you something like this. Select length of L trim bracket some space SUSH space push. Next space का मुझे आपको हिसाब देना पड़ेगा. 1 2 3 4 GHOSH and one space. Okay, only one space. Okay, so if I write multiple functions as per the normal mathematical rule also, innermost will be solved first and that goes as the input to the outer function, है ना? So L trim करके क्या हटेगा? ये वाला space हट जाएगा, right? Sush, 4 spaces, Ghosh and 1 space. This remains. So once you have applied the L trim, this part remains with the system. And when this part remains, my length answer should be 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Okay, so this is the kind of question, output question they can give you in the paper. Fine. हमेशा बीच का space is counted, any special character is counted. That is what you have to remember in this. Okay, 3 trims. Now, what else I have?
If they will give this question, then they will also give the blanks to let us know how many spaces
They of course,
left.
if they are giving you something like this, then they'll give you something, ऐसे करके लिख देते हैं, you remember? ऐसा B and then ऐसा ऐसे करके, which will denote that there is a blank. Okay. They'll tell you
Yes.
that. If they're giving you this kind of
No
questions,
problem.
they'll definitely tell you. Without that, they will not do it. They'll definitely tell you. Okay. So uppercase done and in-case done. Then Abhi, I have got 1 minute only. Let me see whether I can make you understand this part or not. Left and right function helps you to extract a portion of the string from the left side or from the right side of the string. What is the way of using it? Left को तुमने string दिया, comma, how many characters you want to extract? कहाँ से? He will know because the function is left. He has to extract from the left side. So 3 characters from the left side. 1 character, 2 character, 3 characters. Okay. Right side 3 characters. 1, 2, 3 counting ऐसे करेगा, but जब display करेगा तो reverse order में display नहीं करेगा. The display will be normal order only. It will not display SCC. Okay. Count के लिए it will be 1. Right side है तो 1, 2, 3. I know the count like this. And then your result will be in the formal order. Okay. I've got less than 1 minute. Tell me one thing. Can we meet tomorrow also for some time?
In the night only can you do it?
I don't mind doing it around this time. I don't mind tomorrow. Nothing else.
Yes, ma'am, it is fine.
It's fine with others also. Stuti, this thing. Sukmani, Jisha. Please talk to Adya too, if possible. I don't want to continue further today. Whatever I have done, you have to absorb that too. If possible, give 10 minutes and practice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, around this 9 o'clock only. I don't mind. 40 minutes is something which you all can manage, I think. Hai na? Oh.